everyone, today I'm going to create a custom glass with a ton of dimension through layering etched glass with permanent adhesive vinyl in this really cool technique I've never done. First, I'm going to load in my vinyl and cut out the silhouettes of the design for my glass. These silhouettes are going to be used to etch the first layer of my design, so I'm just going to weed these out very quickly to prep them. Once this is done, I'm going to cut these designs into individual elements. You'll notice that I'm using a lot of angles in these cuts, and that's because these angles are going to make it a lot easier to apply onto a rounded surface, just like the glass that I'm going to be using today. The next step is to cover this vinyl with transfer tape. I'm using the Tape Man Blue clear transfer tape. I'm just going to cover and then press the tape onto my design so it's all ready for application. Then I'm just prepping my glass to remove any fingerprints, oil, or debris. I'm using an alcohol wipe, but Windex or something similar is totally fine too. And once this is done, I'm just going to dry my glass as well to make sure that this is the perfect prep surface for application. Next, I'm going to place one of the elements of my design. I'm starting out with a moth here to try this technique out before covering the whole glass because this is the first time I've done this method and it's very experimental for me. So I just want to try one element first to get it right. Once that's placed, I'm going to tape down the edges of the design with some masking tape. This is super important so that the etching cream doesn't etch anywhere on the glass outside of the design that I intend to create. Then when everything is taped up, I'm going to use my armor etch here and make sure that I shake that up before applying. I'm using a Mod Podge brush that I have to apply this cream. I just love that the brush is durable and strong and that the cream rinses right out of it afterwards, but you can use any brush or sponge to do this. I'm going to go over this several times to make sure that there's no bubbles or missed spots in the cream where the etching isn't going to be even. Once that's sat on the surface for 10 to 15 minutes, I'm going to rinse and dry the glass and then remove the vinyl stencil. And once this is completely dry, you can see my etched design. Now I'm going to take permanent vinyl with all of the details of my moth and I'm going to apply that over the etching, placing it slightly off center, which is really easy to do with this transparent Tape Man Blue transfer tape. And it gives this interesting drop shadow effect that you can see. Now I'm going to take the other elements of my design and play around with placement, trying to organize everything on the glass with no awkward gaps or spacing between the different design elements. And then I just want to repeat that step with the tape, covering anything I don't want to etch, before going in again and repeating the same process as before with the armor etch. I'm just going to rinse the whole glass off camera, and then to finalize this, I'm going to place all of my design details on top of the accompanying etched elements, just like I did with the moth. So there you have it. This glass was so fun to make. It came out really beautiful with a lot of dimension and shine. I absolutely love this holographic permanent vinyl from Cricut, and I just thought this was such a fun, cool technique. Let me know what you think.